Guitar Joe from the Livingston Public Library, and thank you for tuning in to this special edition of Musical Storytime. It's been a while since I've done one of these Musical Storytime videos for the Livingston Library's YouTube channel, and it's been even longer since I did one of my extra long Musical Storytime sessions that I used to do inside the library. And unfortunately, it might be a while longer before we can do those, but today I'm happy to say we're going to have a extra long musical story time with several stories and a few songs, and I'm even more excited because it's a Halloween edition of Musical Storytime, and Halloween is my favorite time of year. I like scary things, I like to be spooked, and I understand not everyone likes to be scared, so before we go ahead, I just want to promise you it's not going to get too scary. We'll have some ghosts and some skeletons, but I promise it's nothing you can't handle. But before we get to that, I want to start with a special song that I would start with in the library when we did musical story times there, and because it's been a while, I want to play that song at the start of this story time. And this is a song that was written by a man named Woody Guthrie, who used to travel all across America, saying hello to all kinds of people. And that's why I like to sing it at the start of musical story times, to say hello to all of you. And this song is called Howdy Do, and it goes a little something like this. You stick out your little hand to every woman, kid, and man, and you shake it up and down, say howdy do, howdy do. Yes, you shake it up and down, say howdy do. Howdy ho, dee dee, howdy, howdy do, y'all howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do, howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do. When you walk in the door, I will run across the floor, and I'll sing howdy do, howdy do, howdy do. Yes, I say howdy do, say howdy do. Howdy ho dee, howdy, howdy do, y'all howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do, howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do. And on my sidewalk and my street, everybody that I meet, I will wave my little hands and howdy do, howdy do. Yes, I'll wave my little hands and howdy do. Howdy ho, dee dee, howdy, howdy do, friends, howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do, howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do. And when I first jump out of bed, out the window goes my head, and I shake it up and down, said howdy do, just like that. And I shake it up and down, said howdy do. Howdy ho dee dee, howdy, howdy do, folks, howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do, howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do. I feel glad when you feel good, you brighten up my neighborhood, waving hi to everybody, howdy do, waving hi to everybody, howdy do. Howdy ho dee dee, howdy, howdy do, folks, howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do, howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do. And when I meet a dog or cat, I will rub its back, shake it, shake it, shake it, boss it, howdy do, shake it, shake it, shake it, boss it, howdy do. Howdy ho dee dee, howdy, howdy do, friends, howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do, howdy do, howdy do, do, doozy, howdy do, howdy do. I you doing, everybody? Wow, it feels really good to sing that song again. And now that we've said hello, let's get to the stories. And first, I just want to talk about how Halloween, unlike some holidays like Christmas, for instance, which has 100 billion trillion songs for that holiday, Halloween doesn't really have a lot of Halloween carols. But I was happy to see one writer had a very good idea to take a Christmas carol and turn it into a Halloween carol. And that writer's name is Guy Vasilovich, and Guy wrote this book called The 13 Nights of Halloween. And if you haven't already guessed, this Halloween carol is sung to the tune of the Christmas carol, The 12 Days of Christmas. And that's a song that you may know even if you don't celebrate Christmas. It's pretty popular, but if you don't know it, it starts a little something like this. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. And then it goes along for 11 more days. So this version of the song goes on for 13 nights, because 13 is a spooky number. And, well, I'll start showing you the book and singing the song, and hopefully you can start singing along. Here we go. The 13 Nights of Halloween by Guy Vasilovich. On the first night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me a bright, shiny skeleton key. On the second night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me a two-headed snake and a bright, shiny skeleton key. On the third night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me 3 baseball bats, a two-headed snake, and a bright, shiny skeleton key. On the fourth night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me 4 icky eyeballs, 3 baseball bats, a two-headed snake, and a bright, shiny skeleton key. On the fifth night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me 5 singing skulls, 4 icky eyeballs, 3 baseball bats, two-headed snake, and a bright, shiny skeleton key. On the 6th night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me 6 corpses caroling, 5 singing skulls, 4 icky eyeballs, 3 baseball bats, a two-headed snake, and a bright, shiny skeleton key. On the 7th night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me 7 goblins gobbling, 6 corpses caroling, 5 singing skulls, 4 icky eyeballs, 3 baseball bats, a two-headed snake, and a bright, shiny skeleton key. On the 8th night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me 8 marching mutants, 7 goblins gobbling, 6 corpses caroling, 5 singing skulls, 4 icky eyeballs, 3 baseball bats, a two-headed snake, and a bright, shiny skeleton key. On the 9th night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me 9 werewolves waiting, 8 marching mutants, 7 goblins gobbling, 6 corpses caroling, 5 singing skulls, 4 icky eyeballs, 3 baseball bats, a two-headed snake, and a bright, shiny skeleton key. On the 10th night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me
10 demons dancing, 9 werewolves waiting, 8 marching mutants, 7 goblins gobbling, 6 corpses caroling, 5 singing skulls, 4 icky eyeballs, 3 baseball bats, a 2-headed snake, and a bright shiny skeleton key. On the 11th night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me 11 witches witching, 10 demons dancing, 9 werewolves waiting, 8 marching mutants, 7 goblins gobbling, 6 corpses caroling, 5 singing skulls, 4 icky eyeballs, 3 baseball bats, a 2-headed snake, and a bright shiny skeleton key. On the 12th night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me 12 ghosts a-ghosting, 11 witches witching, 10 demons dancing, 9 werewolves waiting, 8 marching mutants, 7 goblins gobbling, 6 corpses caroling, 5 singing skulls, 4 icky eyeballs, 3 baseball bats, a 2-headed snake, and a bright shiny skeleton key. On the 13th night of Halloween, my mummy gave to me 13 thirsty vampires, 12 ghosts a-ghosting, 11 witches witching, 10 demons dancing, 9 werewolves waiting, 8 marching mutants, 7 goblins gobbling, 6 corpses caroling, 5 singing skulls, 4 icky eyeballs, 3 baseball bats, a 2-headed snake, and a bright shiny skeleton key.
There's a lot of words in that song, and I get out of breath singing it. So I think for our next book, maybe we'll do one that doesn't have quite so much singing, but still has a little music in it. And the book we're going to do is called Gustavo, the Shy Ghost by Flavia Z. Drago. And there's a lot of reasons I like this book. One is because I have a lot in common with Gustavo, the main character of this book. Because I like to play music in front of people a lot, sometimes it surprises people to know that I can actually be very shy when I'm not playing music. And that is a lot like Gustavo. And another thing about Gustavo, which, unlike me, Gustavo grew up celebrating a holiday called Dia de los Muertos, which is Spanish for Day of the Dead. And it's a holiday that takes place around the same time as Halloween. And it's celebrated by a lot of people in America, but it originally came from Mexico. And like Halloween, when people are celebrating Dia de los Muertos, you might see a lot of things like skeletons, but they're not meant to be scary in Dia de los Muertos. It's meant to be happy because they're celebrating the lives of people they've lost that are no longer with us, which is the purpose of the holiday. So even though it might seem scary to some people at first, it's actually a very joyous thing. And, well, I won't say much more, so let's just get into the story.
Gustavo, the Shy Ghost by Flavia Z. Drago. Gustavo was a ghost. He enjoyed doing the normal things that paranormal beings do, passing through walls, making objects fly, and glowing in the dark. But there was nothing in the world that he loved more than playing violin. Well, almost nothing. Gustavo was secretly in love with Alma, the prettiest monster in town. But he also had a problem. You see, Gustavo was so shy that some things felt incredibly difficult for him. And the worst part of it? Making friends was terrifying. Gustavo had never dared to speak to any of the other monsters. He tried getting close to them in many different ways. But even when he was right in front of them, they just couldn't see him. Gustavo longed to be a part of something. More than anything, he wanted to make a friend. I have to be brave. I have to let the others see me, he thought. So, he decided to send a letter, a very special one. Dear monsters, I would like to invite you to my violin concert, which will take place at the Day of the Dead party next full moon at the cemetery. I would be thrilled to see you there. Gustavo the Ghost. As the days went by, Gustavo couldn't stop thinking, what if no one shows up? What if they don't like my music? What if they don't like me? Except tonight was the night, and this time he couldn't hide. But not a soul had come. So, all alone, Gustavo did what he loved most. And the music made him happy. So happy that he glowed. Oh, how he glowed. Gustavo! We're sorry we're so late. We wanted to get you flowers, but we got lost instead. And then we heard your music. And we saw your glow. We really loved your concert. Would you like to hang out with us? From that moment on, Gustavo's life changed. And everyone discovered that even if he didn't talk much, he was the best at helping and protecting his friends. But mostly, Gustavo never stopped surprising them. And they never stopped loving him.
Wasn't that a really sweet story? I thought so. I hope you liked it. So for my next story, I'm sorry. I know. Before I said I like to be scared and spooked sometimes, but I just saw a really big spider on the floor in here, and kind of freezing up a bit. I know I've read a lot about spiders, and I know, they don't really hurt people, and, they don't bother people if we don't bother them, and they're very helpful creatures, but still, they're a little icky looking, so they kind of scare me a bit. Maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe this spider isn't really that big. Here, why don't you take a look and see what you think?
There's a spider on the floor, on the floor. There's a spider on the floor, on the floor. There's a spider on the floor. I wish he'd run right out the door. There's a spider on the floor, on the floor.
Oh no, he's crawling closer to me. Now he's on my, he's on my leg. There's a spider on my leg, on my leg. There's a spider on my leg, on my leg. Oh, he's really, really big. The spider on my leg. There's a spider on my leg, on my leg. Okay, well, I thought if I just sat really still, the spider would crawl away, but now it's on my arm. There's a spider on my a spider on my arm, on my arm. Oh, he's gonna do me harm. The spider on my arm. There's a spider on my arm, on my arm. Okay. Now the spider is on my face. There's a spider on my face, on my face. There's a spider on my face, on my face. Oh, what a big disgrace. There's a spider on my face. There's a spider on my face, on my face. The spider jumped off my face and ran outside. And I am so happy. There's a spider on the floor, on the floor. There's a spider on the floor, on the floor. There's a spider on the floor, he won't be bothering me anymore. There's a spider on the floor, on the floor. Alright. Now that that's over, I have another book I want to share with everybody. And it's another story about a ghost. And this time, it's a story about a little ghost who lost her boo. Can you imagine a ghost not having their boo? And in addition to telling the story about what happens to the ghost who lost her boo, I'm going to sing a little song along with it. And the song was inspired by a song called Little Ghost by one of my favorite bands, the White Stripes. So I hope you enjoy this musical presentation.
The Little Ghost Who Lost Her Boo. Written by Elaine, Bickell. Illustrations by Raymond, McGrath. Little ghost went out in the middle of the night and flew up to someone to give them a fright. She got in positions, armed up, all prepared. Wait for it, lady, you're going to be scared. And she opened her mouth, but her boo wasn't there. All that came out was a rush of cold air. I've lost my boo, I've lost my boo. Where has it gone? What will I do? Mama Ghost said, my poor little one, it looks as though your bright nights are done. I'll find it, cried Little Ghost, and off she flew, looking and listening for her scary boo. Then she heard a noise in the dark, dark trees. Can that be my boo? Oh, let it be, please. It wasn't a boo. It was a hoo, hoo, hoo. Do you know what animal makes a hoo, hoo, hoo sound? Yes, an owl. And down flew Owl. Oh, Owl, it's you. I wonder, can you help me? I'm looking for my boo. I'm sorry, little ghost, but I can't help you. I've been out all night, had a tasty bite or two. And while I was hunting, I didn't hear a boo. Would you like to borrow my hoo, hoo, hoo? Thank you, Owl, it's perfect for you. But it's just not as scary as my ghostly boo. Then from far above came a noise in a tree. That's my boo, it belongs to me. But it was not a boo, but a gentle crrr, crrr, crrr. Do you know what kind of animal makes a crrr, crrr, crrr sound? I'll give you a hint. It's not a tarantula or an iguana. What's that? Did you say a pigeon? Because yes, it's a pigeon. Oh, hello, pigeon. I'm glad it's you. I wonder, can you help me? I'm looking for my boo. I'm sorry, little ghost, but I can't help you. I woke up extra early to enjoy the starry view. And while I was looking, I didn't hear a boo. Would you like to borrow my own gentle crew? Well, thank you, pigeon. It's perfect for you, but it's just not as scary as my ghostly boo. And as the first light of day began to show, the tiny ghost heard a rooster crow. Do you know what sound a rooster makes when it crows? What's that? I can't hear you. Say it louder. Yes! Cock-a-doodle-doo! Oh, hello, rooster. It's nice to see you. I wonder, can you help me? I'm looking for my boo. Well, I'm sorry, little ghost, but I can't help you. I've only just got up as the day is really new, and I'm about to wake the world with a cock-a-doodle-doo. Why don't you join me, and you can try too. Thank you, rooster, it's perfect for you, but it's just not as scary as my ghostly boo. Little ghost was sad as up and off she flew, heading for her home without her precious boo. She asked all her friends and she looked everywhere. She knew without a boo there was no one to scare. But then the little ghost heard what sounded like a boo. She flew a little closer, then knew it was a moo. And I bet you know what animal makes a moo sound, right? Of course, a cow! Oh, hello, cow! Of course it's you. I wonder, can you help me? I'm looking for my boo. I'm sorry, little ghost, but I can't help you. After being milked, I found some grass to chew. But not once this morning have I heard a boo. Though I have something similar, why don't you try my moo? It's close, said little ghost, but it just won't do. Even though it's similar and perfect for you, it's just not as scary as my ghostly boo. So little ghost went home, sad as can be. Then she looked up, and what did she see? Yes, she saw you in the audience. Can you help little ghost find her boo? Come on now, it's up to you. Let me hear you shout boo on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boo! Yes, that's it. That'll do. That is such a scary boo. You did it. You found it. High five and thank you. And with that wonderful scary boo, away that happy little ghost flew.
I'm so glad the little ghost found her boo again, and thank you so much for helping. You know what? We're almost out of time. I was having so much fun reading those books and singing those songs, I lost track of time. But we do have time for one more song, and it's a special song that I used to love singing at story times that we had at the library. So I haven't really sang it for people in a while, and I'm excited to sing it again. So even though we're not in the library, maybe we can put on our imagination caps and imagine that we're in the library together in the same space. Okay? Can we do that? All right. Going into the library, into the story room. And I'm going to sing another song inspired by the White Stripes. And this time, I took one of their songs and I changed the words around just a little bit to be all about how much fun I've had with you. And it's called We're Going to Be Friends. story time is at an end, but I hope that we'll meet again. I'll read books and sing some songs, and you can sing and clap along. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Sing with me happily here inside the library. We will sit upon the floor to sing and read and sing some more. 'Cause I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. It's time to leave the storytime room, but I hope we'll be back here soon. This has been a ton of fun, and even though we're almost done, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. We don't notice any time pass. We don't notice anything. We sit side by side and have a blast. I like seeing all your smiles, and I like the way you sing. Tonight I'll dream while I'm in bed, and silly songs go through my head. Goats and dogs and cats and ducks and cows and bears and fish and bugs. And I hope soon we'll sing together again. 'Cause I can tell that we are gonna be friends. 'Cause I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a great time, and I hope you have a happy Halloween. Bye, everyone.